It's glory to you.
Đây ba. Come on. Ba.
Ay, cả lui mà ăn chơi nữa. Có về kể cho con.
Okay. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started, and others will be joining us. Chris, you need to go get your folks. Get your folks, okay? So how are we doing, everyone? I hope we're doing good. We are also broadcasting this on our YouTube channel, TIMFA Media, okay? At TIMFA Media. So if you miss any part of it, you're welcome to watch on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, okay? And while you're at it, I would recommend that you follow us too, okay? Follow us. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right, we appreciate you stopping by. And over here we have registered students, and then we have a student that has not registered, want to get some information, and we have some staff, and then we have some of our affiliates on here. Okay, so we are hoping that more of the intending students will, prospective students will join us. See, one thing good about the open house is I want to know what I'm going into before I get into it. I really do want to know. I mean, you're right within you're well within your rights to want to know what really is this thing all about. that they're asking me to pay $250, 120,000, 3,750, rands. What is it? That's always a question that goes up in people's minds, and rightfully so. Nobody wants to wake up and just throw, their money in the trash, because that's what's going to happen if you have no clue. What are you registering for? I usually get really good joy, and I really do, when people ask me, when they come to me via advertisement, and they come to me on WhatsApp and they're bombarding me with all kinds of questions. And then, sometimes they feel like, please do not take offense. I said, no offense. Because naturally, I'm a person that is gifted to asking questions. I said, no. I'd rather you ask all your questions, and then you get all your questions answered. Come and register as an informed student. So that way you don't get to the middle of the way and say, no, that was not what I intended to do. This was not what I had in mind. We don't want that. At TIMFA, we do not play that. We don't play that. I'd rather you come to me, hear me out, ask me questions, and decide, what, based on the information I gathered, I found out that this is not a good fit for me. Yeah, I respect that. But in TIMFA, we are not here to cajole you. We're not here to sweet talk you. We're not here to, try to deceive you. We are real. We're real. And so that's why we do not, in any way, we don't mind sharing our information about what TIMFA is all about. What are you going to be expecting? Where are you going with this? What could you even do with this certification? What the fuss? Why the fuss? Why is it? What is this cracked up? Is it really what it's cracked up to be? I can tell you by the time I finish my presentation, you're going to find out it is what it's cracked up to be. It really is. It really is. You're going to feel really good about the program, after knowing that this is truly a good fit for you. If you're someone that does not hate anything about relationship, you love relationship, you do love, and I don't know anybody on earth that does not, because, in my clinical setting, I have some patients, and when I ask them, I'm taking, intake. What is your name? What is your last name? Parents, siblings, they say no. Parents, no. Sister, no. Brother, no. Cousins, no. Wait a minute. Did you just drop from the sky? You see? Now, what they're saying, they're not saying they didn't have parents because they got born, but what they're saying is that they have ceased, they have cut ties with their parents. So even those people still came from relationship. And if they found a good fit, they will be in relationship. Human beings are molded to relate. Okay, we're molded to relate. Our focus is marriage and family, and that covers everyone. So you know what? That makes it, that you are a good fit for the program. Now, if you even have that passion, you are even much a better fit. Okay, so you're welcome to the presentation, and like I said, some people are going to watch the video after the fact, okay? And that's okay. But you that are here, I would like to take your questions at the end of my presentation, but I ask that you give me a minute, give me some moment so I can share with you what TIMFA is all about. And I'll be very, very glad at the end of it to take your questions. All right. So if you don't mind, permit me to share my screen. Permit me to share my screen. So I call this Intro 101 of Intro 101 of what you call that? MFCC. Okay, Marriage and Family Affairs. Let me make sure. All right, very good. And I just want to be sure that everybody is seeing my screen, that my screen is, open and visible to everyone. Introduction to MFCC. What is MFCC and all of that? Presented by Reverend May Victor. Guys, I don't know if I introduced myself, but my name is May Victor, and I am the co-president of TIMFA USA and one of the lecturers of this course, okay? So you're in the right place at the right time. What are the objectives of this presentation? Okay, we're going to talk about TIMFA USA. Who's TIMFA USA? We're going to meet the staff. We're going to talk about what is MFCC, because you hear us using a lot of acronyms. So we're going to talk about that. And what is our mode of delivery? What is the duration of the course? What are the resources? Do we need any resources? And then do you have graduations? Okay, so that's what we're going to cover. Now, talking about TIMFA USA, the institute's name is TIMFA. But you do understand that TIMFA is a short, it's an acronym for the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs. That's the full name of the institute. But we just use the acronym TIMFA. Okay, so the full name is the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs. So if you're searching us online, that's what you're going to have to key in, the Institute for Marriage and Family Affairs. Founded by Dr. Vic and May Victor, and that's us on the picture, my husband and myself. And we're based in the Houston, Texas area in the United States of America. Was founded 2013. As a matter of fact, we are now on the 10th year, and we are so overjoyed. And this is our 10th year anniversary. This is the 10 years that we have been, rendering this course, okay? And we have mentors trained, over 6,000 of them, spanned over 45 countries. 45 countries. So you're coming into a large family, all right? And so what is our philosophy? Now, our philosophy, we believe that if we didn't get a couple trained, all right, we are helping to restore the dignity of family and marriage, of marriage and family. Guys, I don't have to tell you, if you're an adult living in this world today, you can attest with me that marriage and family has been bastardized all over the world. It used to be that those in the Western world had it together with family, marriage and family, and it started eroding our Western world. But then, the African continent also, we would say, had it together. Marriage was sacred, family was sacred together. No matter what is going on, you want to, connect with family. But you know what? Unfortunately, that is also eroding Africa. It's also eroding Africa. And so this is sad. God is calling you and myself to restore the dignity of marriage and family. And so that's one of our philosophies in TIMFA. We believe it strongly, we work hard towards it, and God is helping us. And welcome on board. Welcome on board. We also believe that if we can train couples and keep them together, what we have done is to help parents to raise healthy and happy children. For a child to be healthy and happy, I mean all around, especially spiritually, psychologically, you need the training, the nurturing of your mom and dad. You need the nurturing of your mother and your father. It takes two people to actually raise a child. It does take two people, the mom and the dad. But the dad and the mom can raise this beautiful child if they are together. Not when they're just sharing visitations. Okay, you visit every other week, you come get the child every other week. I come get the child every other week and stuff like that. That's not, no. That's not the design. As a matter of fact, it has a repercussion psychologically. And I can tell you for sure, because I'm a psychiatric prescriber, and I can tell you what damage, divorce, separation, and all of these things do to the children, okay? So our philosophy and our vision is that we're gonna continue with this course and continue with this education so we can put couples together, keep couples together, and have them raise healthy and happy children. Now, the third philosophy and vision that we have is that if we keep couples together by this training and by our counseling, we're helping them to module covenant marriage. One of the things that people throw out the door is covenant marriage. When you talk about covenant marriage, somebody says, who, what? What is covenant? I'm not interested. He doesn't open the door for me to get in, so I'm out. He's not providing for us, buying me gifts, saying happy birthday and happy anniversary. Just because of that, I'm out of here. We bring into perspective to couples that when you say I do, you cut a covenant, and covenant is supposed to last till a lifetime. All right. So these are philosophies that, we uphold this, and we hope that you come on board and you uphold it for us. Now, so what are our missions? Mission number one, we want to identify those with a passion for marriage and family affairs. You cannot register for this course if you do not have the passion to have families together. You can't, you're not a candidate. Those are the only ones. When people approach me and say, what must I have as a qualification to join? I say, your number one qualification is your passion, because your passion drives you. Your passion gets you where you're going. So we need those men, women with passion, and that is you. Okay. Number two, when we find you with passion, we recruit you. And that's part of what we're doing now. Because what we're doing, we're tabling the program before you, and we're saying, hey, this is what we got to offer. You can offer that too. Okay. So we sign you up. And when you sign up, you pay your little fees, to join, you register to join the class. In that class, we're doing three things. We're empowering you. Number three, we're educating you. Number four, and we're equipping you with all manner of tools to help you when you go out there. And when we know you've got all the tools, we do number six, we commission you, send you out to your church, your environment, your neighborhood, your sphere of influence, your job, your business, to make a difference in the lives of people. So this is our mission. All right. And so we have staff that work on the ground to make this happen. All right. You see the face of Dr. Vic and Reverend May, but you know what? We can't do this without this, this wonderful, wonderful, awesome. You must have met some of them, and some of them you're yet to meet, but there's some wonderful people. We have Cleopatra, on the only lady in the midst, the only lady in the midst, okay? So Cleopatra is our program manager. She's housed in Johannesburg, because, TIMFA is an international organization. Then we have Tochi Victor right there in the middle, top middle. He's also a program manager. He's housed in USA. And then to his left is Nelson Osadolo. He is our resource manager housed in Lagos, Nigeria. And below that line, the bottom line, you have Casey. Mr. Casey is our graphic designer. He's the one that designs all our graphics, okay? And then next to Casey is Mr. Chris, who is our marketing coordinator. And some of you must have also met Chris along the line. But these are the men and women that makes they're the engine houses of TIMFA, and they make it happen. So now, what is MFCC? What is it? What is it? A lot of you guys will be hearing MFCC. What is that? It's the marriage. It's an acronym for Marriage and Family Counseling Certification. Marriage and Family Counseling Certification. All right. And MFCC is divided into two parts. There's part 1 and there's part 2. Okay, and then somebody's gonna ask me, what is part 1? What does it entail? Don't worry, I got you covered. Part 1, this is the table of contents. In part 1, we're gonna talk about the intake and gathering information as well as personality. That's why we teach you, because at the end of the time of the day, when you get certified, you are a marriage counselor. That means you're going to go out and counsel people, right? So we teach you, we give you tools on how to do your intake. A lot of people that are going to be taking this class have counseled people before. The difference with TIMFA is we give you structure. It is not a one size fit all. No, counseling is not a one size fit all. Counseling is uniquely tailored to the individual. And that is why a lot of you guys that may want to be may want to take this course or may have been counseling in the past are not really achieving your goal, because you know you have this passion, but you don't have the know-how. You don't know how to do it, how to start, where to stop, and all of that. That's what TIMFA does for you. We show you how to start by taking a proper intake. We show you how to identify your clients and yourselves' personality and how much it plays in the role of, husband and wife relationship. We also, cover understanding marriage. We cover sources of conflict in marriage. We cover communication, money, intimacy, managing conflicts in marriage, and resolving conflicts, because conflicts are going to be there. They're going to be there. So we will be deceiving you if we tell you you're not going to have conflict. They're there. But we tell you, we teach you how to manage and how to resolve, okay? And then we teach you how to set boundaries in marriage and parenting that works. We pride ourselves. Now, by the time we're done with your certification, there is no case that you cannot handle out there, okay? This is only part 1. It's only part 1. Now, here's part 2. This is part 2 now, okay? So part 1 deals with the problems in marriage, conflicts, money, these, intimacy, understanding. Those are all the problems. In part 2, we begin to give you the tools and the skills you need to handle these problems that just, the slide before now, okay? We teach you how to help your clients craft personal and couples vision. I tell you the truth, this has been a revolution in many homes, because a lot of people go downtown to get a divorce at the first strike of having a conflict, because they don't even know why they got married. They don't know where they're going. There is no vision. But if a couple can sit down and carve a vision for themselves, they know that they're in for a long haul. So when they have conflicts, we're not talking about divorcing. We're talking about how can we resolve this? Just like many of us, even us that teach you, we have conflicts in our marriages too, but we are smart enough to know that, hey, the fact that you have a conflict does not mean that you're heading to downtown to file a divorce, okay? There is a method to the madness. Then we talk about setting smart goals. This is the beginning of the year. What better time do you have to sit down and craft goals? A lot of people, when I teach this class, it's so interesting because I ask people how they set their goals, and they said it's so wrong. No wonder you're not achieving the goals. No wonder you're not achieving the goals. So we teach you how to set small goals. The thing about TIMFA program is TIMFA deals with you as a person. I mean, it kind of fixes you up. It's like a therapy on its own for you who came to learn, because we have to prepare you, sift you through for you to be ready to go out there to counsel people. If you're already wounded, you cannot be counseling anybody. If you're drowning, you can't pull nobody up. You have to test the waters, know how to navigate the waters and the torrents in the waters before you can pull someone up. If not, you all are getting in there, and that's not the purpose. Then we teach you money management, time management, improving self-esteem. Some people are having a rough time in their marriages because they can't manage money, they can't manage their time, they don't even have the self-esteem to make it worthwhile for them to be in a relationship. Some people don't even know how to assert themselves. They can't even communicate. And so they suffer abusive relationships because they don't know how to express themselves. These are all the things that happen in marriages. We teach you about anger management, counseling techniques, guys. There are techniques even beyond this. The first 7, are what we call the life skills. And then you have the counseling techniques. We select 4 out of the major techniques that we go through with you thoroughly, so that at the end of the day, guys, we're giving you what? 13 tools at the least. In fact, it's more, because counseling techniques has 4 techniques there. So it's like 12 plus, it's so many. Then we can teach you about special population. That is a way that you counsel people who we call special population. People have either mental problem or people who are blending. When you see a man who already been married before, has a kid, and is married and got divorced, and is marrying a woman who's already married before and has a kid, and they're coming together to blend. It takes a technique, okay? And so we talk about spirituality in counseling, all right? We also talk about premarital counseling, how to start, and then we talk about termination. You can't just start seeing somebody, a couple, you're counseling them, and boom, it's over. No, we teach you how you can safely terminate your counseling sessions. And then we give you 21 business ideas of what you can use your certification to do, okay? So it's a very robust program. And here you go here now. Somebody will say, well, where are all of these things written? They are written in the manuals. We have 2-volume manuals, volume 1, volume 2. Volume 1 for part 1, volume 2 for part 2, okay? And once you pay for the tuition, you're getting your digital copies of these manuals for free. You're not paying extra for it. Okay, so here's our tuition. How much does all of these beautiful things that you're talking about, how much does it cost? If you're going to pay in USA, it's $250. Okay, we're only collecting funds, guys, where we have accounts. So if your currency is not mentioned here, then you're going to have to tie into one of these currencies in order to get your money across to us. If you're in Nigeria or around West Africa, you can pay in Naira, 120,000. If you are in the Southern African area, you can pay in rands, and it's 3,750. It's so cheap compared to what you're getting. I promise you that. That's for sure. Now, how do I pay? I do not have 120,000 Naira, and I don't have 250 at a go. I really want to take this course, but I do not have the money, all of the bulk of the money to pay at one time. I don't have that kind of money. What would I do? Can I pay in installment? Yeah, we got you covered on that. You can pay in 2 installments, or you can pay in 3 installments. I've never seen anybody that did the 3 installments. I've seen a lot of people do the 2 installments, okay? But you can pay in 3 installments if you want to. The 2 installment, this is how it goes. Before the class starts, you're paying 50% of the fund. Before the class starts, you're going to pay 50%. So now, if we say it's $250, all right, then that means you're going to pay $125 before the date the class starts. All right, then 2 weeks, because I'm going to talk about duration. I don't think I've talked about duration, but 2 weeks into class, you pay another fee. You pay the rest of the 50%. So $125 to start. 2 weeks after that, you're going to pay $125 again. Okay. So that's how we can break it down for you if you're making 2 installments. And with that, you're going to pay off the $250. All right. Now, what if I'm just I don't have $125 to start. But can I break it down further? Yes, you can break it down further. Okay. I'm going to use a more, let me use a more rounded figure, because $250, then breaking it down. Mathematics is not my strong point. Okay, so let me switch to 120,000, for example. All right. So if you wanted to break it into 3 installments, that means what you're going to do, simple, divide the amount, the total amount into 3. You divide the total amount into 3. You pay the first installment 1/4 or 1/3 of it. You pay it before class starts. 2 weeks into class, you pay the second third. And the last day of class, you pay the third. You know what I mean? So you split it into 3. The first part, you pay the day the class, before the day the class starts. And then 2 weeks into, you pay the other. And then 2 weeks, you know, and then 2 weeks after, because the class is actually 4 weeks, which is, you know, one month. All right. So that's what, but I see a lot of people doing the 2 installments, you know, and then many other people doing, you know, the full payment. Now, at TIMFA right now, we're running a scholarship. A partner has gifted us, and they always do that, a husband and wife, they gift us, they say, we want to pay for 10 people that, you know, we want to pay a part, 15% of the tuition of 10 people. You know, they gift us, God bless their soul. That's the way they sow to improve and, you know, improve their own marriages, that they're sowing into the kingdom. Okay. So because of that, you only get to pay 85% of this amount that I mentioned here, because we still have, I mean, I think we have maybe 5 more left. So if you're listening to me, you want to just cash into it quick. Once that 5 more, because they give us 10. Once the 10 is out, it's out. Now, can I do installment with the scholarship? No. If you're going to do the scholarship, you're paying in full. You cannot do installment with the scholarship. Okay. Now, duration of the course. This is where it gets, you know, to be fun. With part 1 is 2 weeks, part 2 is 2 weeks, altogether 4 weeks, which is a month. Simple. So you finish part 1, you take an exam, you pass part 1, and then you go into part 2. Now, what does all of this course entail? It's going to entail the course content, which is a 13, the 10 and the 13 modules that we talked about, 23 of them. We're going to talk about it. And then we have class discussions. All right. We also have the practicum discussions, and then, you know, class discussions where we ask you questions. We're trying to get your feedback. And then practicum discussion is where we give you case studies. This is going on when the class is not on. Now, we don't have class every day. No. At TIMFA, we have classes. Part 1, we have 5 classes. And part 2, we have 5 classes. Total of 10 classes, actually. All right. But when we don't have class, we're doing these discussions and doing this practicum sessions. Okay. And of course, we have examination just to get your feedback, to see, make sure that you're understanding what we're teaching, you know, and that you're giving us the appropriate feedback. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I will not lie to you that we're going to give you a certificate from TIMFA without an examination. No, we're not going to do that. So, but the examinations are really good. I mean, they're not too hard. They come from your materials, and we talk about it in class. So if you show up in class and take the class seriously, you're going to do well. But I can tell you, if you don't show up for class, you just pay the fees and you go about your business, I can tell you, you're not going to do well. And you have to pass the class to be certified. All right. And our pass mark is high. It's 80%, you know. But I can tell you, a whole lot of people pass it, because the material that you're going to see in the test is from your book. So nothing to be anxious about, nothing to worry about. We're here. We're going to coach you. We're going to teach you. We're going to review with you the materials, you know. So if you, and we're not expecting you to abandon everything. Everybody that registers for the class, most of the time, people are working. People have their jobs or businesses. People have families. Okay. So we take that into consideration, and the exams are tailored towards that. And like I said, we review with you. So if you cooperate with us, you should be finer than fine. I'm serious. You should be so fine that, you know, you don't have to worry about it at all. Okay. So you're going to be all right. You're going to be good. So then what happens is, How are we going to be? Are we going to be sitting in class? What are we doing? What is your mode of this delivery of this beautiful course? Okay. Zoom, Facebook. We do video conferencing. We do video conferencing just like you're on Zoom now, and we're streaming into YouTube now because we want to save the videos there for people to watch it. But we use Zoom as our mode of delivery. We stream live into a Facebook group where all the students are there, housed in that group. We stream live in there. You know what? One of the things that we pride ourselves in TIMFA is that you will never miss a class. You never miss a class. No, you don't. You don't miss a class. You know why? If you catch us in person, that's wonderful. If you catch us live, but if you don't, then you have a backup on Facebook. So we also have affiliates that teach, and every affiliate is teaching just exactly what I said. So that you can register with any affiliate of TIMFA, because we have adjuncts, we have affiliates. They've been trained, they're wonderful. So if you see any of our affiliates, their advertisement or something on Facebook, register is the same TIMFA, okay? And they're all gonna train like this. You're all gonna get the same certificate, the same material, everything, all right? So we teach primarily on Zoom, and then we stream live on Facebook in a Facebook private group. So if you've already registered with TIMFA, make sure that you get on your Facebook group. Make sure you get on the Facebook group. And of course, we house our students on WhatsApp. That's kind of like technically our classroom, okay? That's where we pass information. We're giving you Zoom links and all of that. We do that on our WhatsApp. Then another medium that we use is our website. On our website, we have the student portal. If you've already paid for the course or registered for the course, be sure that the staff gets you on the website portal. Now, some of our affiliates may be using the Google Classroom. It's also the same mechanism. It's just that we wanted this on our portal. That's where you're going to be posting your discussions and your practicum exercises. That's on that portal. So on that portal, and it's very important that you get on the portal. It's very important that you do that. Okay. So these are the four online modules or delivery modes that we have with the course. Now, at the end of this course, we will give you a certificate. This certificate is so beautiful. You are a marriage and family counselor at the end of it. And here's a sample certificate. You're going to get this. Well, how am I going to get this? We will email it to you, and then you can take it to your print shop and print it and hang it on the wall and look at it and give yourself a pat in the back and say, you know what? I made it. Beautiful, beautiful certificate. Okay. Now, the picture, that banner next to it, some semesters, I don't know if we're going to do it this time around. It all depends on the program managers. They can tell us if they're going to do it, but we usually make you a personalized banner. We get your picture, we create a personalized banner for you, and then we're just, announcing you. This is a way of announcing you to your world, to your sphere of influence. You just hoist it on your DP saying, hey, I'm registered with TIMFA. Ask me how. Okay. And if they ask you how and you refer clients, other students to us, you get a bonus. You get a bonus. So now when you finish, the question is how, and I'm almost done. And guys, please, if you have a question, start getting your questions ready. What can I do with this certificate? We have 21 whopping ideas. 21 whopping ideas. You can do international matchmaking. You can do summer camp for youth and adolescents. I'm not going to go through all of them, just to mention a few. You can work as a writer, adoption, foster, orphanage, kinship writer. You can do that. You can also be a multiple step family counselor, because remember how I talked to you with, counseling people that are that have unique cases, yes, you can specialize in that and just carve your niche there. You can also work with corporations, oil companies, corporations, you go, put in a bid. They want people that can come and give their staff that are married, because they do know, corporations know that when home front is peaceful, their staff can produce. But when home front is not peaceful, their staff cannot produce. You can also do grief counseling, but with this, you have to take another course that we have to join to it. You can be a school, counselor. You can be a premarital educator. You can also do your marriage and family seminars or enrichment seminars all over churches, communities and stuff like that. Okay, you could also be a research writer. You could be a family welfare advocate. You could be a parent or child welfare consultant. You can do any of this. You can also be a mental health family therapist. And to do this, you also have to take another course, which we call CMAC. It's a 14-week course that is starting this January. You can do that. So those are 21 ideas. And now one of the ideas that you can do after you finish your certification, you can be a TIMFA affiliate. Do exactly what I'm doing. You do exactly what I'm doing, and then you get paid for it. All right? You can be the voice of TIMFA in your locality, in your community. You can be the voice of TIMFA. If you have the passion to teach, yes. Then if you have the passion to just counsel people, and you want to take more mentorship, on hands-on mentorship now on counseling, you can join the TIMFA Associated Counselor Program. Okay, so these are the things we got to do. Now, one thing I can tell you is you are not going to carry this certificate, go knocking on doors. I want to apply for a job. No, you create your own job. You create your own job. You are an entrepreneur when you're done, with TIMFA. Yes, you are. Okay, and then do we have graduations? Yes, we do. We're going to have 2 graduations this year. All right, we have one in Johannesburg, it's going to be November 11th. And then we have one in Nigeria, it's going to be November 25th. Okay, so even if you take the course now, all right, we got your information. Towards the time, we're going to remind you. So you can join, even if you are in Ghana, Cameroon, any part of the world, get yourself in one of these centers. You will be welcomed. You will be welcome. We give invitations, if you have to get visas and stuff like that, you're welcome to do that. And our graduations are so awesomely wonderful. We will welcome you when you come around. All right. So guys, this is my spiel of just to briefly what TIMFA is all about. And I'm going to open the floor now for questions. If anybody has any question, you can very well ask. If you have any questions. Yes, sir. Mr. Japan, you can unmute yourself. I hope I said that.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask concerning the scholarship. I have paid part of it. Next week, I'll be finishing the balance. Will I be falling in the category of scholarship or to the full tuition?
Yes. No. As long as you finish your payment before, as long as you pay the complete sum of the scholarship before class starts, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you very much.
So you can now let me tell you. Oh, no, I'll take it back. Remember, I told you that the scholarship is limited.
Yes.
So if it's not all taken, then you're in luck. But if by next week it's all gone, then you would have to pay full fee.
Then too bad.
Yeah.
I
but
will
it's a
make
very
sure
good
that
it's a very good saving. So if I were you, I would muster up money and get, because 15% off of the tuition. That's a good chunk. That's a good chunk. So if I were you, I will cash into it. You know,
Thank
so
you
if you're
very much.
able to cash into it, fine. But then if they'll let you know. So what I want to tell you is please check with the staff. That is, you know, whoever is your coordinator, check with them before you make your final payment.
All right.
Okay, and ask them, hey, am I still good to pay the balance to get the scholarship? Is it still available? You know, what am I looking at? And they'll tell you. They'll tell you.
Thank
Good
you.
question. Good question. Good question. And welcome on board. Welcome to TIMFA.
Thank
All
you.
right. Any other questions? Anybody else have questions? Any question? Anybody else? Okay, let me take this opportunity and introduce, I don't know if they're gonna come on video or not, but we do have some of our affiliates in the house. One has a picture, one doesn't. I don't like to introduce people without a picture, but you know, there you go, she's showing up. So this is Miss Lucy, okay? And she's one of our affiliates. She is in Ghana. What did you say? Accra or Kumasi?
Kumasi.
Okay, so she's in Kumasi. So if you're listening to me and you're in the Ghana area and you want to take this course, please, you know, she's the lady for the job. You know, you can always register, and she's awesome. What I'm doing, she will do an even better. Okay, so we do have another person here who's also an affiliate. This is Dr. Ibi. This one, she is housed in Nigeria. Okay, you know, we have other, like I said, we have others that are out, you know, out there. They're not necessarily in this meeting, you know, who are also affiliates of TIMFA training with our materials, you know, so you're bound to have really nice quality training. Very nice quality training. All right. So anybody else has any questions that you want to ask? Any questions? Otherwise, you know, we appreciate you guys. I know that so many people have so many engagements, and definitely they're going to be watching, you know, the rerun or the stream later on. But we want to appreciate you guys that you've given us the attention to make a presentation to you. So the questions does not end here. It continues, all right? Like Mr. Japan, if you have questions after this, please feel free, get to any of our staff, and we will be very, very glad to answer your questions, all right? Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Share, you know, the video and share the information. If you find a gold mine, you want to share it with your friends. Yes, and they will appreciate you, because I'm pretty sure you heard about TIMFA from somewhere. Okay, so share it, and God bless you. Happy New Year, and I'll